Russia denies killing Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin in plane crash. The Russian government has denied reports that Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of the Wagner Group mercenary organization, was killed in a plane crash in Syria on Saturday. The Kremlin said that Prigozhin was not on the plane and that the reports of his death were fake news. Wildfires rage in Greece, killing at least 20 people. Wildfires have been raging in Greece for the past week, killing at least 20 people and forcing thousands to evacuate their homes. The fires have been fanned by strong winds and high temperatures, and they have destroyed large swaths of forestland. U.S. combat jet crashes near San Diego Marine Corps Air Station. A U.S. Navy Attache-18 Super Hornet fighter jet crashed near the Miramar Marine Corps Air Station in San Diego on Friday. The pilot was able to eject safely and was not injured. The cause of the crash is under investigation. China urges us to stop arming Taiwan. China has urged the United States to stop arming Taiwan, saying that it is a serious threat to peace and stability in the region. The Chinese Foreign Ministry said that the U.S. should stop interfering in China's internal affairs and respect China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Trump makes virtue out of jail mugshot, uses it for campaign. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has been selling T-shirts with his mugshot on them, which he took after being arrested for trespassing at the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. Trump has said that he is using the mugshot to own the libs and to raise money for his political action committee. India reports 92,000 new COVID-19 cases, highest daily tally since May. India has reported 92,000 new COVID-19 cases, the highest daily tally since May. The country's total caseload has now reached 33.4 million. The death toll from the pandemic has also risen to 438,000. Source: Reuters. Sri Lanka declares state of emergency as protests over economic crisis intensify. Sri Lanka has declared a state of emergency as protests over the country's economic crisis intensify. The government has imposed a curfew in the capital, Colombo, and other major cities. The protests have been sparked by rising food prices, shortages of essential goods, and power cuts. Source: The Associated Press. Sri Lanka's Prime Minister resigns after weeks of protests. Sri Lanka's Prime Minister, Ranil Wickremesinghe, has resigned after weeks of protests over the country's economic crisis. Wickremesinghe said that he was stepping down to pave the way for a new government to be formed. Government to hold emergency meeting on cost of living crisis. The UK government is to hold an emergency meeting on the cost of living crisis. The meeting comes amid growing calls for the government to do more to help people cope with rising energy bills, food prices, and other costs. Source: The Telegraph. To deploy more troops to Eastern Europe amid tensions with Russia. NATO is to deploy more troops to Eastern Europe amid tensions with Russia. The alliance has said that it is ready to take all necessary measures to defend its members. The move comes after Russia amassed troops near Ukraine, raising fears of an invasion. Source: The Guardian. Pope Francis calls for end to violence in Ethiopia. Pope Francis has called for an end to the violence in Ethiopia. The Pope said that he is deeply concerned about the situation in the country and that he is praying for peace. The violence in Ethiopia has killed thousands of people and displaced millions more. Source: Vatican News. Hurricane Bonnie weakens to tropical storm as it approaches Mexico. Hurricane Bonnie has weakened to a tropical storm as it approaches Mexico's Pacific coast. The storm is expected to make landfall on Monday morning. At least 10 people killed in mass shooting at supermarket in Buffalo, New York. A gunman opened fire at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York on Saturday, killing at least 10 people and wounding 3 others. The suspect, who is white, is believed to have targeted the victims because they were black. These are just a few of the top news headlines from around the world.
Become a subscriber and get exclusive access to our content. We're more than just a channel, we're a community. Subscribe and join us on the journey. Thanks for watching.